Fine. It's like I'm in LA now, and every time I talk to somebody, like, oh, I live in LA too. I was like, oh, where? They're like, oh, just outside. I'm like, oh, which part? And they're like, Vegas. What are you talking about? It's not the same place. Got our two bald brethren up front. Feel that? Love it. Big fan of it. You right? Well, I see you. I don't miss you. I tell them to seat the baldies up front. That's how I do it. If that helps. Everyone's like, what a fucking dick. And I was like, no, I am too. I don't get pussy either. I don't do two. You guys both know that you're bald, right? No. I swear to God, I said that to one guy, and he's like, what? Huh? It's like, this is the first time you're hearing about it? You always remember that first time you hear about it. I used to go to this Greek barber in my hometown, and I went on spring break one time, and I sit in the chair, and he's got his comb out, and he's just like poking around my scraps for just way too long. And I'm like, everything okay? And he goes, oh, my friend, not enough peanut butter to cover the bread, huh? Fuck you, Stavros, what the hell, man?
Yikes. So what's up, dude? How you been? What's going on with you?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. How about you?
Really?
Yeah, nothing. And nothing cooking.
I mean, comedy's been really interesting because, you know, it was basically 18 months. Everything was shut down in LA. And I didn't think of anything funny during that time.
No, you were just working on surviving.
And, you know, Brian started up Comedy Ahoy again in July. And I went and did it a couple times. And, like, I don't know if you feel this way, but, like, I love it. Mm-hmm. But I've gotten really terrible at it.
It's crazy that it's such a muscle that you're like, oh yeah, you have to do it all the time or you lose it. You don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah. And I was not that it's a lot by any stretch, but I was 3 times a month.
Yeah.
You know, which is decent. So yeah, it's really strange because I just, it feels very much like we have to like readjust our expectations significantly about.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that I'm loving is that after everyone just lost all their money, lost all their work, everyone is now paying, which is amazing. Everyone's like, we have to help each other out. Everyone has to be making a little bit of money. So we're all just passing it to each other, but still, at least it looks good on paper.
You mean show bookings and stuff?
Yeah. Like I think it's rare that I do a show, maybe 1 in every 5 where I'm not at least getting a little bit of money.
I can't believe people weren't paying, quite frankly. Like,
yeah, it's funny to me. Yeah, that we're all devaluing ourselves. It's the same every time I talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh, it's a bringer show." I was like, "Oh, stop doing that. Like why would you exploit your own group so that you can do better? Like you just stand on my shoulders so your head's above water? Get the fuck out of here." We can swear, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh. The bringers were a nightmare.
Yeah, I never.
All of them. You can say all of them.
All the words. I'll come up with a couple more. And I appreciate when people at least tell me now they're bringers, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know if you do bringers." I was like, "I don't, but thank you for not like making me." Because I got beef with the Comedy Chateau, fucking garbage club. Wow. I did one of their I'm naming names. I did one of their mics and they're like, "Oh, you're great. Like you got to come work with us." And I was like, "Great. This is going very well." And then it was like 2 days before the show and they were like, "Hey, do you don't have any tickets sold. So do you want us to reschedule you?" And I was like, "Is that a prerequisite for me coming to the show?" And they're like, "We encourage it." And I was like, "What if I don't bring anybody?" They're like, "Well, we can give you like 3 minutes at the end of the show." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I just never showed up because like, fuck you. Like, what do you guys are run by comics. You know what this is.
how does that model even work? Like, how do people still continue to do that? I kind of had the same thing years ago with the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And the Bringer shows up in the Belly Room. And they were great shows.
They're always good. Bringer shows
like,
are good shows for people who are good at comedy, because you're like, oh, there's an actual audience here and they're very excited and whatever. I think the Comedy Store stopped really running a lot of those. They're like, we don't need to do that anymore. But I mean, there's a couple clubs that still do it. But I don't understand the model. It's like, don't you want to just book good comedians? Shouldn't that be your whole model?
Well, yeah, because if you do a Bringer show and you can bring 10 people, that means your friends don't know what comedy is.
Yeah.
And they're just coming to support you, and you're probably bad.
Yeah. Like, most likely.
No offense, but like,
yeah, I get it. My wife asked me the other day, she goes, when was the last time I saw you do stand up? And I was like, I have no idea. And I was like, oh, that means I'm way better than I used to be.
Yeah, you never have to see it, actually. That would be best.
Yeah, that's how you know who's the best, is none of their family and friends even talks to them anymore. That's how you know a good comic.
Unless I'm selling out a theater and you're showing up in VIP seats, like, you don't need to come. It'll be okay.
Yeah, you think Nate Bargatze's wife's going to see him perform at these like baseball stadiums? Like, no, she's like, yeah, I get it. I know what's going on.
Yeah, I've heard these before. That's
the thing is I work them at home anyway, and she's like, yeah, no, I know your bits. I heard you do it to me yesterday. And I was like, okay, cool.
Have you been getting out a lot though?
I'm trying to in the new year now. I said this to someone the other day, and they're like, hey, thanks for coming to support the show. And I was like, that's something I'm trying to do now, because I was like, oh, I've been asking for spots for years. And just being like, hey, can you give me something without me offering anything back? And I was like, oh, no, I need to go to shows and be friendly with people and not just sort of call in these chits all the time. It's like, no, I have to offer up something to this relationship as well, whether it be support or, just showing up. Like, it means a lot to people. Yeah. What about you? You trying to get out more?
For sure. I mean, no, I'm not, actually, because I one thing that I did do during the pandemic was I got way more back into playing drums. And
nice.
So I started a 90s cover band with Jacob Givens.
Sweet.
You know Jacob?
I know the name. He has like a big Instagram following, right?
Yeah. And that's been taking up a lot of time, and I'm much better at it.
Yeah. Again, practice makes perfect.
And but
who are you guys covering?
Anything. Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains.
Stuff. Yeah.
The heavy Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah. It's super fun.
It. What an era.
And so good. It was so good. And so that's been going really well. And I've done the Comedy Ahoys the last couple times, and I'm just like, man, I think if I want to do it, I have to go back to the model I was using before, where it's like close by for me and more frequently. Like, I can't. And plus, Brian moved it to Hawthorne, which it's hard to book.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's the thing. But you guys were always paying, so you could always get people coming down at least. But people don't realize that. They're like, the more you pay, the better people you get, the better your show is.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, the owner of the club that we're doing it at now, called The Greatest, is really into it. In fact, too into it. Like, he wanted us to do it like every other week or something. And we're like, no, dude, it will become terrible. Like, people won't come because they just think, I'll catch it next week.
The next one. Yeah. That is a weird thing about the weekly ones. You're like, people don't mind skipping it because they have an opportunity to see it another time.
Yeah. So we're kind of like every 6 weeks is probably better. So we'll see where that goes. But, like I said, it's hard to book. We've had a lot of cancellations. People I think because LA kind of cleared out too, some of these people that were on our radar for doing Comedy Ahoy are now headlining at clubs. And I'm not going to get them to do my show when they could headline at the Laugh Factory or the Improv or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not.
Yeah, especially. Are you guys running? Is it Friday still?
Yeah, it's still Fridays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fridays are tough just because, if those good people that you get to headline, they're like, well, I got big paid work. I'm going to do 5 shows at a club or whatever. And then you have
and I think
Blake Wexler's my arch nemesis who just skipped town, thinks he's better than everybody. I'm going to get that top spot on that list. I'm going to get it.
Did you see his special?
I haven't watched it yet. I saw him. I watched him run a bunch of it when I was in Philly last year before he did it, and the bits are great. Remember how I was like, I need to support comics, and then I just didn't watch his special. I find someone asked me the other day.
It's so good.
They're like, I was like, I recommended a podcast to somebody, and I was like, I haven't really listened to it much, and they're like, why not? Because I was like, every other episode there's someone I know on it. And they're like, wait, you don't want to watch your friends? I was like, no, it takes the like fun away from it for me. Like when you watch a movie and your friend's in it and you're like, oh, yep, there's Chris. I saw him fall into a puddle one time and almost drowned. And now he's in a big movie. I was like, I can't take him seriously as a doctor or whatever he's playing. It's impossible.
That's funny. Well, I would highly recommend you watch it because it is really good.
I got it.
I was blown away. Like I knew he's great anyway, and I knew it would be good. But like the fact that he was performing in a place that he never performed before, and just crushed and had the audience like in the palm of his hand. It was really, really cool. It was really,
he's an animal.
I think him moving was actually really good for him. Because he's getting, Philly time and New York time.
Yeah, well, he was working, and he was telling me too. I didn't even know that he had his dream job working at the Eagles, like doing their social media. So just like working for the Birds and just like loving his life. I was like, oh, fucking sweet, man! Like, good for you. But this isn't about Blake Wexler. I'm so tired of talking about Blake Wexler on this podcast. This is about me, who has nothing to talk about and nothing going on.
Did you have another kid?
I have 2 kids. 2 of them is too many. 7 and 3. And we just, good God, my daughter just had her, she's not 7 anymore. She's 8. And she just had a Taylor Swift birthday. And Taylor Swift has been in my life for too long. I open up the internet and I see her. And then I go home and I hear her. And then I look at my daughter's clothing and it's just her face. And I was like, I have to get away from Taylor Swift for just like 2 days, a Taylor free 2. And
a Taylor vacation.
It would be really nice.
Well, you're not going to be able to escape if you watch football.
That's the thing. She's permeating every part of our life. She's in movie theaters. She's on our football screens. I don't watch football anyway, so I get to escape her in that way. Unless she starts like dating some hockey players on the side or some basketball players, who knows? But all the power to her to date as many sports figures as she can.
Hey, yeah, you got to do it.
She is a billionaire.
Isn't that
that's
nuts?
so wild? I get paid like $50 for comedy. I was like, I'm swimming in it, baby. And then she just out here with $1 billion. Like, okay.
I love those little graphic illustrations that show you like, you don't have any concept of what $1 billion look like. It's like, here is $1 million and it's like a little pile. And then here's $1 billion and it's just like 30 pallets full of money.
It's of $1 bills or whatever it is. Yeah. You can fit $1 million in a suitcase and you can fit $1 billion in like a truck, like a U-Haul. I just saw something. I think it was, I'm going to like butcher the numbers, but it was something like, as you pay into Social Security every year, there's like a cap, right? And I think the cap's like 168,000 or something like that. And I think they said either Bezos or Musk reached their cap within 6 seconds into the new year or something crazy like that. Like they had already maxed out. And then it was a tax the rich post, which are every time I go on any social media, I must have clicked something once that it was just like, eat the rich, burn the rich. And I was like, okay, I'm here for it. I'm fine with it. If we could trickle it down to me, that'd be really great.
It's bananas, dude. The whole economy thing is so bizarre. And it's blatant now. Like, they could have snuck inflation by us there for a couple years, but now it's just crazy. Like, you buy one bag of groceries and it's like $180. You're like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah. I literally just went for a small shop the other day. My wife's like, it's not very big. And then I was like, okay. And then, but you can still, the weird thing is like, you can still buy direct from, we just got on Temu. Have you started using Temu at all?
No.
It's basically like China Direct Amazon. And it's still like, okay, everything here is still 14 cents. So I have no idea. We can still get pants for $11, but we can't get gas for less than $80 a tank.
God. Yeah, man. My kids are a little older. They're
are they starting college
13
soon?
And
my
daughter is going to be in college in 2 years.
Oh my God.
13 and 16. But I think about it all the time. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are going to do. Like, I really don't know how you're going to pull this off. Like, somehow I was able to work at like a part-time job at a video store in college and pay for it myself and get through.
Yeah.
And have an apartment with like 4 other people. And, I don't know if you can do that. Like, you'd have to have 10 people in your apartment to even come close, And she was working at this job and it was paying like, I don't know, $14 an hour or something. It's just like, that's not enough. Like,
which is so crazy. I started at $6.90 at my first job, and that was like more than minimum, like just over minimum, and we were happy to get it.
Do you remember? Did you ever work in like food service? Did you ever work in a restaurant?
I worked in a kitchen for one summer.
Okay,
it was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was wild.
Restaurants are fun.
I was going to say I've never seen a worse group of people working in one place, but I've also worked in a slaughterhouse before, and that was the worst group of people.
Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, like hired almost exclusive from prisons. These people
How did you get that gig?
I started in a butcher shop at a grocery store, and then a guy I worked with there's uncle ran the slaughterhouse, and they were paying really good money. So he's like, hey, do you want to come here? So I like put myself through college working at a all pig slaughterhouse.
Wow.
It was brutal. I've talked about it on podcasts before, but it's so horrific and off-putting. People do not like to hear about it. I remember telling one of my best friends I started comedy with, he went vegetarian for 3.5 years after I told him what a typical day was like for me. He put down pizza and didn't eat meat for 3.5 years.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
My wife actually worked out of college. She got a job at Hatfield Meats, which is in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And it's a pig slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
She was in the office, but they put everybody through orientation.
Yeah.
And they have to go down on the killing floor.
It's crazy. It's very eye-opening. Yeah.
She didn't eat bacon for like 30 years.
I never stopped. I knew a couple of guys that worked there. They were like big, tough hockey boys. And they were like, I'm not eating meat for a while. And I was like, they would sell us cheap meat. Like, we would get discounts, and I was just buying it in bulk, like, and stocking the college fridge with like pork chops and stuff. I was like, so he's not going to have his, then I will take his. And I was like, that never put me off.
That's crazy. I mean, pigs are interesting creatures, right? Like they're so delicious.
They're so good
in so many ways.
Yeah.
So many parts of them are delicious. Like, I think it's Charlotte's Web ruined it for everybody. Everybody thinks that, they can talk and shit.
No, whatever. They are, they're animals, and they obviously deserve respect. We were very humane place. Like, didn't get flagged, didn't get in trouble, that sort of thing. Like, we're expected all the time. It was great. But like, they're dumb. Like, they're just like, they're gross, dumb animals. They will eat. So we would see, God, this is going to be so horrible. They will, when they eat, they don't care what's happening in their mouth. So they will, when they're younger, they'll eat whatever, and they'll eat hard, like rocks or whatever will get into their food. Like we had seen this with like feet and stuff, or like bone or something like that would get in, and it would, they'll break their jaw while they're eating. So we would see these pigs come through, and they had like teeth coming through the top of their mouth because their jaw had broken while they were eating, and they just kept eating. And then so it would like reset and like move their teeth around.
Oh,
it's pretty terrible.
Terrible.
I know. I felt really bad for them.
I think it's neat that they can, if you leave them out in the wild, they become boars.
Yeah, that's really cool that they just like, they freaking like Pokemon evolve. Like they're like, I'm at the next stage now, and I'm way more dangerous and way stronger. They just like, they'll like grow tusks, which is so crazy that they just like, their body evolves so quickly that they're like, I am stronger. I am at the next level. I need to kill, and I'm going to be better than you.
Yeah.
Nothing else does that. If you put us out in the wild, we die in like
we don't grow
Not
extra
at all.
powers.
We get weaker, and we grow like insecurities and like get afraid of the dark.
We just shake in the dark and curl up in the fetal position and wait to be devoured by some sort of animal stronger than us.
Oh yeah. Did you ever watch the show Alive? Alone?
No.
It's where they like put people like in the tundra, like like Alaska and like northern Canada or whatever, and it's like a survival type of show. But like even these people who are like, I teach a seer school, I'm a professional wilderness hunter, even they like within weeks are sort of like borderline collapsing. Like it just let me know that I was like, oh, I'm a little stupid baby. Like I'm a little dumb baby who can't handle anything. Because in your head you think, you're like, oh, I can make it for a while in the wilderness. It's like, no, I would get diarrhea in like 2 days and then poop myself to death. Like I would just die like a 17th century knight. Yeah. Like I would never
just
last.
Eat the wrong berries.
Yeah, of
the wrong
course.
berries and it's all over.
Yeah, mushrooms, berries. I would I would have poison oak within the hour and just like scratch until I bled to death.
Did you see that movie, Leave the World Behind, that was out like a couple of
No,
weeks
which
ago?
one was that one?
With Julia Roberts, and it was like produced by the Obamas and all this stuff, and it was like
I saw
doomsday kind of movie.
I straight up I'm not a Julia Roberts fan, and that's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think she's a good actress. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna get hate mail, but it's one man's opinion about Julia Roberts. My wife watched it though. She said it was very good.
It was good. It was very interesting. There was a ton of Easter eggs in it. It was a secret message all over the place. But the interesting thing that I wanted to bring up was the one actor, I can't remember who it was, but basically like Kevin Bacon plays this survivalist dude who's been prepping for the end of the world.
Yeah, I remember seeing parts of scenes with him.
Yeah, they go to like get help from him, and he's basically like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Get off my property.
No.
And
which is how you have to be.
The guy, and the guy, the other lead was like, I am a useless man. I am useless. I can't survive. Like he was just like breaking down, like, please help me. Like,
that would absolutely
medicine.
Yeah, that would be me 100%. Like, and they were like rich, right? Like they were very well to do, right? I would be begging people. I would just be like, I'll tell you jokes for if you just give me some bread. Like, please, oh my God. Like I have no value in the world. Like I collect shoes and video games. Like there's no way I can build you a shelter.
I don't think I decided during the pandemic that I would want to be on the side of the zombies. I would not be trying to survive.
Just get bit. I would.
Yeah, just go.
Why
for
not?
It. Like
push somebody. I'll push somebody in the way of a zombie. That's my survival tactic. That's the only thing I bring to the table is I only care about me. So I will make sure that I survive somehow. on your back, which essentially now I'm just a bringer show. I've just come full circle to be the person that I've already complained about and be like, I don't care about you. I'm only looking out for number one. I am a boar. You know what? I am a boar. I am a pig that turns into a boar. I've become wild and unfettered. Right. That is one thing that I do love about survival shows is that they are constant now and they are showing how bad people are. Like I know I'm obviously late to the game, but I just read The Road this summer and I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever read. Like just that they're like no one trusts anybody as far as they can throw them, and it teaches you just like to watch your own back and learn how water works.
It's shitty when society breaks down like that, in any of those shows, was it The Walking Dead and all that? Like, it's I hope we don't get to that point, because it's not good for
look what happened during the pandemic. Like everyone turned on each other in such a minor way. It was just like vax versus mask versus anti whatever. And it's just like, that split everybody right down the middle. Like we just got a taste of that. And that was, we were all still in our homes and had running water and electricity and food. Like imagine we lost just even one more element, we would have been at each other's throats.
Yeah.
We bought during the pandemic, we just bought pepper spray. We're just like, hey, we should have maybe something in the house side. We don't know what's going to happen. It could turn sideways real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. We're especially in California, I think we're at the mercy of a lot of systems that we have no control over, to get water, to get supplies and things like that. It's interesting. It's, I don't know. I still haven't thought about leaving, seriously, but.
No, I mean, you and I, but like families, we both have kids here with lives and friends and they're dug in, they're ingrained, especially your kids are older. Like if you were just to uproot your children and be like, hey, you have to make new friends. Like my someone
wait until my daughter goes to college.
Yeah. Which way, I mean, essentially that's what they're going to be doing. They kind of have to do that on their own. They're going to be going to a new school, potentially in a new state, and then making completely new friends. So that never really stops. You get to new jobs, you move to new neighborhoods, you move, you get everywhere. Like your kids go to new schools. You got to make friends with these parents where you only have one thing in common, which is these children in the same class.
Oh, dude, it's so painful.
It's especially comics. Like all I want to do, my wife's like, can you just chill out? And I was like, I don't think you understand how comics talk to each other all the time. Like she's like, you have to be appropriate. And I was like, I don't like to be appropriate, which is why I chose the path that I am on. I want to talk about poop all the time.
You have to repress it.
Yeah.
You have to repress it so hard.
I know. And when people are like, oh, you don't want to go to this thing? Why don't you want to go? It's like, because I don't get to be me at this thing, or they're going to kick my kid out of school. They're going to be like, hey, you're not allowed at the PTA breakfast anymore because you said this pancake looks like a tit. Like you're not allowed to come anymore. And I get that.
Do you get the people that like find out you're a comic and you're like, oh shit?
Some of them, a lot of them will ask me like where they can see me. So I'll try to find stuff in the area and tell them. I don't think a lot of the parents know. A lot of the people in the neighborhood know, which I think is a little different because our kids don't all go to school together. But I've had a couple of people like, oh, I looked up your stuff online, and they were nice and complimentary, but I was like, oh, you're only seeing the stuff that Instagram has not censored. So I think if you see me in person, it's going to be a little bit different for you. I remember when my mom, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, just the first time my mom ever saw me, I was like, oh, how did you like it? And she goes, that's, it's not for me, but good for you, but that's not for me. And I was like, okay, great. And I don't think she's seen me since. How much she's seen me in the last 12 years do stand up. Fair enough.
Man, it's, I get the thing where it's like, oh, I'd love to come see you. I'm like, no, no, not in this venue.
Yeah,
Not in this venue. It's
yeah. From an outside viewer, it would seem nice to come and see me. But then you also have to deal with whoever else is on the show. That's the fun part too. It's like, you're not just coming to see me, you're coming to see some other people, and I cannot vet or guarantee any of their material.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst when that happens. We had one of our shows was like comics and then the band.
Yeah.
And there was like 5 comics on before the band, and they were all bad. And, we had people that came to the show that don't go see comics, regularly. And I was just like, I'm really sorry. Like, this is not the best show to see, especially if you don't go see comedy. Like, it's not like everybody was like a year or less in comedy, and you know what that's like. It's just,
oh yeah. And that's when my mom saw me, and I was like, you're just trying to get a reaction. So you do like super offensive stuff, poorly planned out. Yeah. I did a corporate over Christmas, and it was like a trucking company, and their whole staff was there, and it was at a golf course, and like full lights on, no stage. Like, I'm standing in front of a podium, which is not what a podium's meant for. And I got off this, and I asked the guy, I was like, am I supposed to be clean? And he's like, no, just do whatever. And then I got off, and I was like, these people will never come see a show ever again. Like, half of the audience was loving it, and they were the actual truckers. And then the people who worked inside the office were just like head in their hands, like trying not to make eye contact. I was like, yeah, these people, this is what they will think comedy is. And it's like, yeah, you guys, again, did not vet anybody. You did not look me up. Yeah. You did not order me specifically. This is your fault. You're offended because of your own lack of insight or oversight, I guess. I don't know.
We did the Comedy Ahoy a couple of months ago, and I was trying new material, and which I always do at Comedy Ahoy anyway, but it was not good. It didn't go well at all. It was
new material rarely is. That's why it's new.
It was bad. And John Huck was on the show.
Yeah, I love John Huck.
And I love John Huck. And I walked to the back after my set, and he just leans over and he goes, "Too smart." Because I was talking about, like, I don't even know, just like topics, and then every comic after me just talked about shitting their pants.
I was going to say, poop or sex. And it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter where you are. If you start talking about sex, people are like, like they're like, yeah, universally relatable. It works every time.
Well, yeah, I had the pleasure. Well, so Brian always goes first because he hosts.
Yeah.
And it's hard to judge the audience from his material. And then I went up second and just ate shit. And
it sucks because you gotta set that tone. You're like, well, it's our show, so we'll get everybody set and we'll get everybody prepped. But sometimes you're like, I'm going to take the 4 slot this time and just really, I want to feel good today. So you guys go first.
Yeah. The funny thing was that this one dude after the show, he was hammered, and he just like cornered me and John and Kim Krall. And he just kept going on and on and on about how great they were. I would pay money to see you guys. You're great. You're great. And then he looked over at me. He's like, not you though.
Jeez.
It's like,
the part is that like, you already know that from him not saying anything to you, and then him just pushing it right over the edge of like, hey, you're bad. But thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Not you though.
Yeah.
Not you.
That's
I was like,
so nice. That's not even the like,
I'm like, okay.
Because there are people who come up to you after a show and they'll be like, hey, keep at it. And you're like, don't worry, I've been doing this for a while. And you're like, okay, they think that they're being nice, but in fact, they're being super rude. But yeah, that kind of person is like, okay, thank you. Appreciate your input. I will take it under advisement. Yeah. These animals. What the hell?
Animals.
They are. They think, well, I mean, they're used to now watching clips online and just commenting and being like dog shit, like just commenting whatever they want anonymously. It's like, I think comics should start slapping people in person. That we should be allowed to do that. You can say whatever you want, but there are repercussions.
You're going to get a slap.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the whole like Matt Rife dust up that was going on there for a little while? Did you catch any of that?
Oh yeah, it was. I was just talking to somebody about this, and they're like, "Well, I really like his clips online," and it's like, I understand that, but what nobody understands is that his content that he puts online, he did a 45-minute show, and he could cut 2 or 3 clips out of that. That doesn't mean that the rest of the show is good or watchable, regardless of if it's not. But like nobody that tuned into that special had made a point to go and see what the rest of his show is. Whether it's good or bad or not, it's the same thing where it's just like you need to make yourself aware of the people that you think that you enjoy. You need to watch. You can't just watch these out of context snippets. I think there's something that somebody posted something online the other day, and I was like, this is the best way I've heard it put, is that like internet comedy didn't ruin comedy. What it ruined is the viewer's expectations of what comedy is.
Yeah.
It made people think that these out of context clips are, you're just going to string them together for an hour. It's like, that's not how it works. It's, there has to be this sort of give and take that you are like, oh, I'm willing to sit here and sit through things that, setups and things like that. Like people just don't understand what comedy is anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. See, I think it takes about 15 minutes to decide whether you like a comic or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a 15-minute set. You know what I mean? Of like jokes, if you're throwing in crowd work, fine. Like you got to get to know the person a little bit to go on the ride with them. And I think in the case of Matt Rife, the clips were fun. He's obviously sharp. He's obviously quick.
Yeah.
But the special didn't bear that out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting to me, as hard as it is to get specials, get them produced. And we both know lots of people who should by now have one.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, the social media following really counts.
Yeah, well, I think that's...
Otherwise, there's no way he gets that special.
Absolutely. What you're seeing is... You're seeing laziness in production. Is that people don't want to develop talent anymore. They want to get talent. They want to capture talent at its peak. They're like, well, you have a built-in audience, so we need that audience so you can come on our platform. Whereas it used to be, like, if you look at like the history of comedy, there would be complete unknowns going on Carson or Steve Allen or whatever, all these shows, and that would make them. They would build these people up to be these incredible comics from nothing and give them a platform. Whereas now they try to capture people at their arc, and what they don't understand is they may be on a downswing after that.
Right.
So it's laziness to me.
It was just too easy to throw them out there. And there was a lot of specials that came out right after the pandemic that I didn't think were great, because obviously people didn't work on their material long enough. It seemed like to me,
Mm-hmm.
a year isn't really enough. I don't think, for most comics. And,
if you're a big name, you're touring heavily, you're out every weekend. Yeah, you're putting together a new hour, you're working. But yeah, it's like you look at someone like not even to choose names, but like you look at some of these big name comics and it's like, oh, their first special was their best special because it took them 10, 12 years to work on this material, right? Like it's just people are turning it over too quickly. And I heard someone else say, they're like, I think specials are going to go down where everyone's putting out maybe a 20 or 30-minute special every year or two. And I agree with that. Like that's a sweet spot. It's easier to watch. It's, you can put the material together quicker. I think that's probably a really good way to go about it. But I also think there's something about,
I've been thinking that for a while.
Yeah. I also think there's something about people who have large podcasts doing comedy specials now too, where you're basically working your bits on the cast and then putting them into the live format, and nobody cares because they've heard you go over this topics over and over and over for the last 52 weeks, 100 weeks on your podcast, whatever it is. And now they're just hearing you do your bits and you're like, I already know this. I know how you feel about this. And so why would I watch the special? There's a bunch of people I listen to their podcast. I don't need to watch their special because I've heard them talk about this consistently for weeks and weeks and weeks.
I don't listen. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but maybe different ones. But I haven't noticed that in what I've listened to. What I've learned from doing the podcast is that it's an assistant to helping you learn to form thoughts quickly, to be a better speaker, to move quicker from topics and stuff like that, but like not necessarily to run bits. Now, sometimes, certainly, especially if you do like a solo podcast or whatever, it might turn into a bit because you think of it during the course of the podcast. It's just
a stream of consciousness, no interruptions, right? You have to fill the time and you are essentially working out bits as you go.
Yeah. Yeah, which is what I really like about it. But it's such a weird business, and it's such a weird art that I think, I don't want to shit on anybody else doing what they're doing, but it's like, I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of good comedy.
Yeah.
And, it's just like, this one wasn't ready. This, like when you watch it, especially you're like, could have worked on that for a little while longer.
Knowing us to peek behind the curtain, like I would say my wife is I think a higher connoisseur of stand-up because she's watched so much with me and understands sort of the ins and outs of bits. And it's just like, the more you watch of it, the better, whether it's for you or not. There'll be a ton of specials where I'm like, this is not for me. I don't specifically care for it, but I understand why people do. And you understand what good performance is and what good writing is, whether the content is for you or not. But you and I we have a more refined palate, like a chef.
Yeah.
If I know a chef, like they'd be like, Hot Pockets are disgusting. I'm like, no, they're so good. Like it doesn't, they're like, I can make better food than this. I was like, I can't. So this is yummy.
I loved Gary Goldman's new special.
Oh, that one I haven't watched yet, and I love Goldman. He's such an incredibly strong stand-up and just committed to the art of it, which is so great. His stuff over his lessons over pandemic were incredible.
He put out that list, right?
Yeah, which was
that was
basically a boiled down to, hey, keep writing, just write all your bits and keep doing stand-up. Like once you sort of boiled everything down, but he's great. Yeah, I got to watch that again. I haven't been watching a lot of specials lately.
Incredible. So what's the latest with the kiddos and how's that going? 7 and 3, you said?
Just 8 and 3. And then 4
Taylor
in
Swift.
March. Yeah, we're in birthday season from November till June probably. So like we just we got a ton coming up. But other than that, like my son is finally pooping on the potty, which is really cool of him to do.
That is huge.
It's big time. Now we can go on trips, which is nice because we would go somewhere, like we'd go to Disney or something, and then we would get to the hotel, and it would be like the day after we got there, and he's like, okay, so he's like, I got to poo, so we're gonna head back, and we're like, no, man, like I'm not driving 5 hours so you can take a dump in your closet while no one's looking. Like, you poop in this closet, get out of here. He would. There were two places he would poop in the house. He would poop in the pantry, or he would poop in his closet, and that was it. Like, he would just stand there.
He's a home bowl guy.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. Home games are the best games. The fans, the crowd's there. But it made it pretty hard to travel with. We were at Yosemite this summer, and we had to give him a laxative and an enema because it had been 3 days since he pooped. And so I've never seen somebody fight an enema. We gave it to him, like the one where the suppository, you put it in his bum and you're supposed to go right away. Yeah. He didn't go for like an hour and a half. Like, he was just like gritting his teeth. Like, I've never seen anyone do, and just was toughing it out. Just the power of will. And he finally,
crazy, man. Kids are so, that age is so interesting, right? Because they're just starting to figure things out, and they can talk, and they have opinions.
Yeah, the thought process is super funny. I've never seen people with worse concept of time than children. It's so crazy to me that I'll be like, all right, we got to go do this thing in 10 minutes. And then 15 minutes goes by, and they're like, what do you mean? They're like, I haven't even been playing. And I was like, do you not understand? Yeah. I was like, when I say we have to go, we have to go. They will come and take you.
They don't. They're sociopaths.
Yeah. We use the cops a lot. They're like, why do I have to do this? I was like, the cops. I don't know. My son loves vehicles, so he just like has all these police vehicles. He's like, why do I have to go to school? I was like, friggin' cops, man. He's like, yeah, all right. Like, this is like a catch-all for him. I was like, they'll probably put you in jail. He's like, we don't want that. I was like, no, we don't want any peace of quiet. You're right. We definitely don't want any of that. No, they'll take you away.
The cops, man. It's the cops.
So is your youngest...
Explain to them why they have to go to school.
It truly is the cops. They will come to the house and be like, hey, are your kids learning? And it's like, no, not at all. And it doesn't matter anyway, because they go to school and they still don't learn.
It's terrible. It's really bad. Yeah. It's a hard to justify it for them. I'm just like, I don't know, dude, you just got to go. You just got to get through it. Like, yeah,
I know it sucks. And that's the worst, like most eye-opening thing for my 8-year-old was, she's like, why do I have to go to school? I was like, hey, I have a secret for you. You're going to have to go for like another 10 years, and then you're going to have to pay to go after that. Like, there's so much more ahead of you. So you should just grit your teeth and poop on the toilet, and then you're good to go. Like, everyone just needs to grit their teeth and do what I say. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Just get zen with it. Go. It is a long time too.
Yeah. So once you're like, especially when you're looking at it from the outside, like when it's day to day and that's your life, you're like, okay, fine, I'll go. But yeah, that's too long. It's too long. They should just take a break in the middle. The kids should be able to take a sabbatical around like 7th grade. Just take a break. What I
think is interesting is we didn't, I don't think anybody realized how smart kids are until YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, like they can do all kinds of shit. Like if they like it, they do it. Like I think of how hard I worked to become a good drummer.
Yeah.
And there's like 8-year-olds that are better than me. Like they're just
crazy.
Have always had YouTube.
Yeah.
Guitar, all these instruments, all these like skills, cooking.
Gymnastics, like, jacked kids. You see jacked kids on YouTube. You're like, how is this kid bench pressing like 80 pounds?
They're still humans. They're just little. Like, but I think we've sold them short for many, many years and threw them at these schools. And it's like, no, if they like something, they can do it like crazy, you know? Yeah.
That's the one thing. Like, they're like, well, maybe they just have trouble focusing. It's like, no. I've seen them focus on the things they like. You're just doing a bad job. The new, like, different types of teaching and different types of learning, I feel like is pretty beneficial, but there's not a lot of schools doing that because you need 600 teachers to teach these different ways. but I went and taught in, like, I go volunteer at my daughter's school all the time. And I was like, it was eye-opening to how much they actually have to do and get told to do within like a 30-minute span. They're like, do this, don't do this twice, and then don't. And then when they don't do it, it's like, how can you not focus? It's like, I lost the thread of what you're saying. Like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
New math or whatever the hell is going on.
Because it's boring as shit. Like,
Yeah, it's
I don't
so
like
boring.
math. So yeah, I'm bored.
Yeah.
And then you have like 2 or 3 kids who fucking love math.
Mhm.
Like, get them doing the maths. They love it. They find it interesting. Go over there and do the math. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's to go back to what I was saying at the very beginning is like everything is shittier. It's just like we should be able to adjust much faster. As a society to what works and what doesn't. And I just don't have any faith that we're going to. I mean, for God's sake, it looks like Trump's going to be the nominee again.
Yeah.
Which is just bananas to me. Like,
this next election, I have no idea what's going on because I feel like nobody wants to vote for any of the candidates on either side. But we all will because
so old, John.
It's a 2-party system. We need a third shake 'em up. It's never going to happen.
So old.
Yeah, they're so old.
They're so old.
They're 8. They're both over. Are they both over 80?
I don't know.
My mom used to work.
I think Biden is.
Yeah, my mom used to work in like palliative care and like work at old folks' homes, and I wouldn't have trusted any of those people to run a lunch line, let alone an entire country.
No.
They're like, they can barely, I mean, you're not voting for Biden. You're voting for the people around Biden to hopefully, that's what you're doing essentially, to vote for the people helping him.
And they're throwing these old dudes on planes everywhere, flying all over the fucking world. And
yeah,
like
pressurizing them and then depressurizing them. Yeah, it's the worst.
God, it's the worst. And he's got to like perform and not fall asleep and know where he's going at all times. It's like, dude, just retire already. Like, God.
They must be just jacked on pills all the time, just geeked on Adderall or whatever the presidential version of that is. It's like, here, it's sleepy time. Do you take the down? And then when you wake up, we'll give you the up. And then everything will be cool. And then you read the words we wrote for you. It's just, I mean, it's essentially what it is. Just put some, if you ever see one of them in sunglasses, you're like, oh, they're not awake. There's just a voice box inside.
Yeah.
AI version of it. But I mean, it's the exact same thing probably that my daughter's going through at school, where she's like, do this, don't do this. Talk about foreign policy, don't talk about coal. They're probably so fed up with it too. They're like, I just want to finger paint. That's actually, isn't that what George Bush did? He just was like, I just want to paint now. Can I just paint? And they're like, it's craft time for you for the rest of your life now. So go ahead.
It's so much easier for the Secret Service detail if he's just in his studio painting.
Oh God. There's just one guy on the door. Like he spilled red. They keep thinking he got shot. He's like, no, he just keeps spilling red paint everywhere. So just be cool. Presidents are children, as it turns out.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What do you got going on? Just more shows? You doing any podcasts? You doing any?
No, I tried to start a podcast like right before pandemic, and then it shut down, and I was like, I can't carry a podcast. I'm more of a sarcastic from the back guy. That's kind of my thing. I'm really good on a 2-person podcast where they're talking and I can just say a snarky comments in the middle. That's sort of my thing. Just side with one of them and then double team on the other person. I don't know. Just writing. I'm trying to write some scripts, some new stand up that I'm, excited to do and talk about. Yeah. And then just get out more. I just got to get out of the house. We've made too comfortable a home here. And that's a problem for stand-ups, is when you want to stay home and not be out in the world. And I need more. And so it's like my wife works from home and I also work from home. So I spend sometimes 24 hours a day here and then don't leave the house. I was like, that's a problem. That's a healthy step to agoraphobia.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that's very, very much the case with me. Like when something's coming up that I have to leave the house for, I'm like, do I want to go?
And then you have a good
When
time.
I get there.
You have a good time when you talk to people. And it's something I have to tell my daughter all the time. I was like, she doesn't want to go to dance or something like that. And I was like, no, every time you come back, you're doing the dance steps and talking about the teacher and whatever. It's just that fear of going to something that might suck, but usually doesn't suck. But what if it does suck? And you're like, who cares? It's nothing. We're specks. We're specks of dust. What about you? What's next for you?
That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am. I'm hoping this year to sort of really go after it with podcasts. I have another podcast that I'm doing. It's more of like a business podcast.
Cool.
And then starting another one with one of the founders of that company. I really like podcasting. I think it's a great medium. So I'm trying to really hone in on that, and obviously playing music and seeing where that can go. I have no illusions that it'll go anywhere. I would just like to be able to play once a month. Play a show. You
just want to play for people that want to see you play.
Yeah, and then like probably later in the year, I'll probably maybe start another show if I can find a venue around here to get back to comedy, because I do love it. Like once I'm there, once I'm going, even if I eat shit, like it's still great.
Yeah. As long as that is, especially when you're producing, you're like, hey, did people who are here have a great time? You're like, okay, great. Then that makes me have a better time than knowing that they all had fun, whether they liked me specifically or liked the show as a whole. It's nice to send happiness out to people.
Yeah. I like producing. I like doing shows, but it has to be convenient for me because I'm too busy.
Yeah,
basically is what
what's the thing
boils down to. Like, with kids and all that shit,
you guys got to go to soccer practice, and that's like sometimes I'll just take my kid to swimming and then I'm back home and then I'm like, oh, now I got to head down to Huntington or some like one of the beaches or something. So it's like, okay, bye. Feel bad for my wife. She's got to do bedtime on her own, but daddy's got to work. Daddy's got to tell his little ding dong stories. Got to do it.
Huntington's a brutal ride. I did that record twice, and I was like, good God, it's 7 hours away.
Yeah, I just did something in Orange County the other day, and I was in the car, and it was like an hour 15 jumped up to an hour 50 from just one accident. And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to be unprofessionally late.
Yep.
But here we are.
Out here. It didn't used to be that way.
No.
It didn't used to be that way. I guess there's just too many people here. I thought it would clear out a little bit.
I don't know. I thought everyone was moving to Texas or whatever everyone was doing. Trying to stand their ground or whatever the hell they're going down there.
You know what they never told you about Texas was that it might be cheaper, but the property taxes are like insanely expensive.
I thought the whole thing was at the
house, but
I thought the property taxes were way lower. Isn't that the whole thing? Or the state?
Maybe I'm wrong. One of the taxes that they don't have, the other one makes up for it, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's state taxes or property taxes, but one of the things balances the other out. They're not going to lose money,
The government is a casino. They play you because they know that they can get 51% of your dollars. Those are the odds.
Yeah. Plus, then you're in Texas, which,
it is what it is.
Has its quirks.
Yes. Quirks. Quirks is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate your time. And,
of course. Thank you for having me.
Always good catching up. And, when I have another show, I'll let you know, and I'll put you in the rotation for Comedy Ahoy as well.
Yeah, I got to get out to the top of that list.
We don't know when the dates are.
You guys are just playing it fast and loose down there. Well, McWilliams is going. He's going to rallies or whatever he's doing. So he's all over the map.
He's busy. Yeah.
Bri. Little Bri.
All right, brother.
Great to talk to you, bud.
It's good seeing you, man.
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I hope I see you soon too.
I said to myself, this fair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake